Hello everyone, I'm Ziyan, and today Luke and I will share an interesting topic with you, which is digital twin model for park optimization at Disney World. So the contents will contain four parts. I will be introducing the objective and research question of our digital twin model. I will go into review the APIs we use and some of the codes step by step. And Luke will perform and discuss some statistical results and analysis. So, as we all know, Disney is famous for its multiple theme parks. So, why are we going to build such a real time digital twin model? While our idea is that people are exhausted by the long waiting time of the rides and the traffic is often terrible during the holidays. So, could we build a model to tell us if it's a good day to go to Disney World? So, it will be including the waiting time for the ride, the nearby traffic, and based on that, we are going to decide whether we are going to Disney or not. So, the first question will be how can the time at the park be optimized, and what parameters can define a good day or a bad day to go to Disney Park? And furthermore, how can the traffic on the I-4, the entryway to Disney World, helping for future wait times to improve the first objective? So these are the APIs we use. Basically, there are two APIs. The first one is a queue time API. So it offers an interface providing access to live waiting time data for over 80 amusement parks, including Disney, Universal, so on and so forth. So this real-time API offers live waiting times and current ride statuses every 5 minutes. It is public, free, and provide all the data we need, including all of the Disney theme parks. And the second one is the traffic API. So it is a real-time traffic data source provided by here, which is used to obtain information such as road congestion, vehicle speed, and traffic instance. So it enables us to integrate real-world traffic conditions into our digital twin models. We can get information of the flow of the traffic, the jam factor, which basically indicates the level of road congestion. So the lower the better. So basically 0 to 3 just means the free flow traffic. If it is above 5, then you might not choose to go outside. So here's a quick overview of our code. We will first install and import all the modules we're going to use, and we'll be setting up the APIs. These are the main factors defined. We're going to fetch the traffic data based on the Disney location. We're going to process the data of the Magic Kingdom. We're going to collect the data every 30 seconds, and we will wait until there are 60 samples for the model to run. So helper functions are defined as well. We will be using those functions to fetch and clean the data. So here's an example. The average, median, max waiting time, crowded index are shown below. And we're going to predict the average waiting time for the next 15 minutes just based on the previous data. So here's a snapshot. As you can see, it will update every 5 minutes. Here shown as example, and this is the average waiting time versus prediction average waiting time over a 4-hour period window. As you can see, there's a clear time lag because you're predicting the data only based on the previous data. So how can we improve and how can we integrate the traffic data into our consideration? So next, Luke will further tell you how we can optimize and improve our model.
All right, thank you, Zion, for that. So for the rest of the talk, I'll discuss how we attain the data through our API, parameters that we discussed previously, as well as clean up the data and how we perform statistical analysis. So the first thing we do that adds an additional benefit is provide a good day or bad day mark for based on the traffic jam and the average weight. So this allows for both the park and the user to see whether, based on the average weight and the jam factor that we set, if it's a good day to go to that specific park or maybe check out another one. The other component is, of course, our main digital twin loop. And so here we're fetching those API parameters for the wait times and the traffic in the area. We train and update the models through the PCA and regression analysis, and we continuously do that until stopped. And then once we obtain this data, we then are able to clean it up. So we clean out factors where, such as, maybe it's not applicable. So the training data we can get rid of, as well as maybe there's a zero wait time because, of course, the park is closed. And then we perform ANOVA and Turkey analysis to see both how the average wait and the traffic jam relate to the wait times to see if there's any relation there that can help us predict and also categorize the park wait times in the future. And then, of course, we'll show a regression analysis based on how well our model is able to compare to the actual wait times. So I'll first discuss our results for the linear regression analysis. And you can see here that our average weight that we predict and then the actual average weight, they match up quite well. And so you can see with these values here, that our model is able to show a strong prediction for the wait times with an error less than 1 minute and 9 seconds. Additionally, we found a very interesting yet very real situation with the traffic congestion. So what we see specifically for Magic Kingdom is that as the traffic goes from low to medium, that the average wait time goes up. And then at the same time, though, as the traffic gets higher, so within the day, as more people are coming to the actual Disney World area, the wait times actually go down. And then, of course, afterwards, once the people are starting to leave the park, they come back to Magic Kingdom. And this kind of makes sense when you actually look at the events that are going on at Disney World. So in the morning, you can see the castle looks quite beautiful. And then at night, they have the fireworks show. So this actually relates to the real world scenarios going on with the events going on at Disney. But it can also provide the ability to figure out how we would want to provide events across the other parks to help improve the wait times as more traffic comes in the morning. And so, based on these results, we were able to demonstrate a digital twin system in the surrounding area, the surrounding traffic areas, that we can help predict the wait times and predict the flow of traffic inside and outside the park based on the training model that we currently have. Then, as we saw with our linear regression analysis, there was a significant correlation with the traffic congestion and a real life, and it helps validate the real life events going on at Disney World. And this can help optimize things like the number of carts going on a specific ride, showtime optimizations, what kind of events that we can put on other parks, etc. And help guide people as well as, with this model to have almost like a Google Maps kind of interface where they can see the optimum path to enjoy their day. And this is going to obviously help the tourism experience and therefore help the tourism industry. And so our future plans, this current digital twin model, the API that's used, it's currently only under one park. And so, we want to work on another API potentially that can do a continuous loop of all the parks, especially since, this specific model updates every 5 minutes. And it expands to specific rides as well. There's some models we want to look into that can map out specific rides to help even within the park and even expand beyond Disney into other attractions in Orlando and beyond Orlando. And so we believe with this digital twin model and beyond that this AI model helps improve the tourism business and experience in Orlando. Thank you very much.